Hey everyone, welcome back to the Learn Speak English podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Thomas. Hello everyone. Today we are tackling a beast of a topic, aren't we, Ryan?
Oh, totally. We are diving into the single most terrifying moment of any job interview. You know the one. You walk in, your palms are sweaty, you sit down, and that split second happens. The interviewer looks at you, smiles that polite smile, and says, "So, tell me about yourself."
Yes, the classic opener. It sounds so simple, yet it causes so much panic. And today, we are making it specific. We are focusing on how to answer this question for a digital marketing role.
Learn, Speak, English, the podcast.
Now, before we get into the how-to, I want to ask you guys listening, how many times have you frozen up in that moment? You know you have the skills, but the words just don't come out right. We want to change that today. We want to take you from that point of anxiety to a place of total confidence.
Precisely. We are going to provide you with a bridge to cross that gap. Now, Ryan, you've hired people before. Be honest. What goes through your mind when you ask that question?
Okay, honestly, I'm looking for a hook. I'm looking for a story. If someone just starts reciting their CV like a robot, I was born in 1995, then I went to university, then I did this internship, I zone out immediately.
Because it lacks emotion.
Exactly. In marketing, you have to know how to sell a product. In the interview, you are the product. If you can't market yourself, how are you going to market my brand? I need to feel something.
That is a very American perspective, Ryan. Sell yourself. But I actually agree, though for slightly different reasons.
Hey, it works.
It does, but I would argue that structure is equally important. In the UK, and frankly for any high-level position, we want to hear competence and evidence immediately. We don't just want a vibe, we want to know you can deliver results. We need clear reasoning and solid proof to support that emotion.
Fair point. So let's debate this a bit, because I think our listeners need both. I say the most important part of the intro is showing your passion and creativity.
And I say the most important part is demonstrating your metrics and strategic thinking. The key element is to demonstrate your strategic mindset and quantifiable results, logical metrics, and a credible strategy.
Ooh, okay, let's see who wins. But first, listeners, this is a B2 to C1 level episode. That means we're going to use some high-level vocabulary. I want you to listen for phrases like track record, spearheaded, pain point, and data-driven.
Precisely. And while you are listening, I want you to think about your own track record. What is the one thing you are most proud of? Keep that in mind as we go through this.
So, let's get into the psychology of this. Why do interviewers actually ask this? It's not because we care about where you were born.
No, we ask because we have a problem. We have a pain point. We have a vacancy on our team. Work is piling up and we are losing money or time. We are worried.
Exactly. We have a hidden desire to find someone who can just come in and fix it so we can sleep at night.
So, when you answer, "Tell me about yourself," you aren't telling your life story. You are presenting yourself as the solution to our anxiety.
I love that. You are the aspirin for their headache. So, let's look at the wrong way to do this. Thomas, imagine I am the candidate. I walk in. I'm wearing a sharp suit.
A suit for a digital marketing gig? Overdressed, Ryan. You'll look like an accountant.
Fine. Smart casual then. Cool blazer, nice sneakers. You ask me, tell me about yourself.
Go ahead.
Well, I've always liked the internet. I spend a lot of time on Instagram, and my friends say I'm funny. I graduated 2 years ago, and I'm looking for a job where I can learn.
Okay, pause. Listeners, how did that make you feel? Did you feel confident in Ryan?
I felt weak just saying it.
It was passive. It focused on you getting something. I want to learn, rather than giving something. It triggered my "this person is a risk" alarm.
right? It didn't address your pain point. Now, if I use my passion approach properly, it shouldn't sound fluffy. Passion doesn't mean weak. It means connecting your personal drive to the job.
Give us a better example.
Okay, version 2. I've always been obsessed with consumer behavior. I'm fascinated by why people click buy on one ad but ignore another. That curiosity led me to experiment with my own e-commerce store, where I realized that great copy is the bridge between a browser and a buyer.
See, that is much better. You use the word because implicitly. You explain the why behind your actions. The brain loves that.
Exactly. This approach demonstrates passion, my genuine enthusiasm, while simultaneously connecting it to a necessary skill.
I see, but I still prefer the evidence-based approach to seal the deal. I call it the present, past, future formula, but with numbers. This is where we bring in the reason.
Okay, break it down for us. This is the core structure, right?
Yes, this is the formula you can write down. The present. Who are you professionally right now? The past. What is the specific evidence of your success? The future. Why are you the perfect fit for this specific challenge?
I like that. It keeps you from rambling. Listeners, rambling is when you talk too much without a clear point. Don't ramble. It destroys your credibility and authority.
Exactly. So, let's look at the past section. For a digital marketer, this shouldn't just be a list of duties. It shouldn't be, I posted on Facebook.
Boring. Anyone can post on Facebook. My grandma posts on Facebook.
Correct. You need specificity. Numbers and concrete data generate authority. Instead of I managed ads, say, I managed a monthly ad spend of $10,000 and increased our ROAS, return on ad spend, by 20% within 3 months.
Boom. See, that's the data Thomas loves. And even if you don't have huge numbers, use what you have. I grew the email list from 100 to 1,000. That's a 900% increase.
Exactly. So I think we can agree on a compromise. The perfect answer combines your storytelling hook to grab attention with my hard data to build trust.
I can agree to that. You need the personality to fit the team. That's the liking principle from psychology, and the numbers to justify the hire.
So let's do some practice. We're going to use a technique called shadowing. This is crucial for your pronunciation and intonation. We want you to sound fluent and sure of yourself.
We will give you a strong professional sentence. We want you to listen to the rhythm, the pauses, and the stress. Then repeat it exactly.
We'll leave a pause for you to speak. And seriously, do it out loud. If you are on the bus, whisper it. If you are at home, shout it. You need to get your mouth muscles used to these words.
Ready? Let's go.
Let's start with a strong opening statement. This establishes who you are, your present. Listen closely. I am a digital marketing specialist with a focus on SEO and content strategy.
Okay, your turn. Go.
Good. Did you hit the T in specialist? Try it again. Specialist.
Now let's add some of that evidence Thomas loves, the past. We're going to use the verb spearheaded. It sounds powerful, like a warrior leading a charge. It means to lead an initiative. In my last role, I spearheaded a campaign that increased organic traffic by 40%.
Excellent word choice. Notice we included a number there, 40%. That specificity creates credibility. Go ahead, repeat it.
Awesome. Now let's add the future part, why you want this job. This is where you show that Ryan-style passion and connect your desire to theirs. I'm looking to leverage my skills in a more fast-paced agency environment like yours.
Leverage. That is a great business word. It means to use something to maximum advantage. Try that one.
I'm looking to leverage my skills in a more fast-paced agency environment like yours. You guys are crushing it. Thomas, I have to admit, that structure works. It feels professional. It triggers that sense of consistency. You sound like you know who you are.
And I have to admit, adding words like fast-paced and showing enthusiasm makes the candidate sound much more appealing to work with. It creates an affinity.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I can hear the objection through the headphones. But Ryan, Thomas, I don't have those numbers. I'm a junior.
That is a valid objection. The I don't have enough experience fear.
If you don't have the numbers, you sell the process and the potential. You reframe it. Instead of saying, I have no experience, you say, I have spent the last year intensively studying the latest algorithms and applying them to personal projects.
Exactly. You turn your lack of baggage into an asset. Adaptability. Because I am new to the industry, I don't have bad habits. I am a blank slate ready to learn your specific system. You are answering the objection before they even say it.
So let's put it all together. We are going to do a full role play. I'll be the interviewer. Thomas, you're the candidate. You're applying for a social media manager role.
Born ready.
And listeners, I want you to pay attention to how Thomas uses his voice. He's not monotone. He's going to modulate his tone to sound congruent with his message.
Right.
So, Thomas, thanks for coming in. I've looked at your CV, but I'd love to hear it from you. Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, Ryan, thank you. To put it simply, I'm a data-driven social media strategist who loves the chaos of the internet. I have 5 years of experience primarily in the tech sector. In my most recent role, I noticed we were struggling to reach Gen Z audiences. That was a major pain point for the company. So, I designed a TikTok strategy from scratch. I didn't just post videos. I analyzed the watch time and retention rates daily. That focus on data allowed us to grow from 0 to 50,000 followers in just 6 months with a $0 ad budget. I love the creative challenge of viral content, but I'm equally focused on the ROI behind it. That's why I'm here today. I know your agency is looking to expand its vertical video offerings, and I want to bring that same growth mindset to your clients.
Wow. Okay, pause the role play. You're hired.
Thank you.
Did you catch that, listeners? Let's dissect why that worked. First, he hooked me. Loves the chaos of the internet. That's an interesting image. Then he identified a problem, struggling to reach Gen Z, and presented himself as the solution.
I also use the PAS formula there subtly. Problem, Gen Z, agitation, struggling, solution, my strategy.
And you really emphasize the facts. 50,000 followers, 0 budget, 6 months. Those are specific, concrete numbers.
Finally, I connected it to you. I mentioned that I know your agency wants to expand vertical video. I showed I did my homework. This triggers the principle of reciprocity. I took the time to learn about you, so you feel compelled to listen to me.
It was a win-win statement. You get a job, I get a vertical video expert.
Exactly. Now, I have a question for our listeners. I want you to pause the podcast for a second after I ask this. Think about your current job or your studies. What is one problem you solved? Just one. Did you save time? Did you save money? Did you resolve a conflict? Go ahead, pause, and think.
Okay, hopefully you have that one thing. Now, write it down using the format. I, action verb, the problem, resulting in the benefit. For example, I streamlined the reporting process, resulting in 5 hours saved per week.
That is your bullet. That is your weapon for the interview.
Now, before we wrap up, we need to talk about the delivery. You can have the best script in the world, but if you whisper it while looking at your shoes,
It's game over. You need to project credibility. You need to sound like an authority.
and a trick for that is to imagine you are talking to a friend, not a judge. When we talk to friends, our voice naturally goes up and down. We have energy.
The source text we use for our method talks about planting a seed. You are planting the idea that you are the one. You water it with your confidence and your data. You don't force them to hire you. You lead them to the conclusion that they must hire you.
Subtly, flying under the radar.
Exactly. So here is your mission for this week. We want you to draft your present, past, future intro. It should be about 90 seconds long when spoken.
Record yourself on your phone. Then listen to it. I know nobody likes the sound of their own voice, but you have to do it.
Ask yourself, do I sound bored? Do I sound arrogant? Or do I sound helpful and competent?
And if you're brave, post your opening hook in the comments section of this episode. Just the first sentence will give you feedback on whether it grabs our attention.
That is a great idea. Let's see who has the best hook.
Remember, the interview isn't an interrogation. It's a conversation between two people trying to solve a problem. Be the solution.
And remember, fear of loss is powerful. Make them feel that if they don't hire you, they are losing out on a massive opportunity to grow their business.
Love it. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Keep practicing that shadowing.
See you in the next episode. Good luck with your interviews.
Peace out.